Who invented the work schedule? Ah yes, Monday to Friday, the holy grail of adulthood. 5 full days of work, 2 days of pretending you're not tired, broke, or behind on laundry. You ever stop and wonder who the hell came up with this? Because I'll tell you who didn't. You, or your body, or your soul. No, this was some industrial age fever dream that we never woke up from. The origins. Why 5 days? Let's go back, like way back. The 5-day work week wasn't always the norm. People used to work 6 days a week. Yeah, 6, with Sundays off. Not for rest, but because Jesus said so. Then in the 1920s, good old Henry Ford, the car guy, he said, let's make it 5. He figured more work-life balance would lead to more productivity. But it was also so workers had a day to spend their paycheck and buy more cars. So it was about consumption and consumerism. So that little weekend you cling to like a crack pipe was invented so you'd spend more money. Now fast forward to today, you're working 5 days or more and making more than your parents ever did, but you feel poor, more stressed, and weirdly guilty for even wanting more time off. Why? Because every time you get a raise, you upgrade your life. You don't earn more, you spend more. That little voice inside your head goes, you work hard, you deserve the SUV, you deserve the 3rd streaming subscription, you deserve the $14 smoothie with protein and regret. You got a pay rise? Cool. Now you're financing a nicer car, paying more rent, upgrading your phone, laptop, and anxiety. We don't just keep up with the Joneses anymore. We're trying to outdo influencers we've never met. And that, my friend, is how you end up working 5 days a week to afford a life you'd barely have time to enjoy, even if you had the 10 days off. Can you live off 4 days? Hell yeah. Here's a secret no one wants to admit. Most people could live off 4 days of work if they weren't addicted to spending. Cut your spending, cut the bloat, and suddenly, you don't need the newest iPhone. You don't need a $700 a month car lease. You don't need to finance your ego every time it feels insecure. Our parents, they didn't have this crap. They weren't bucking bottomless brunches and dropping $200 on a wellness retreat that's just a tent, an influencer, and a group chant about abundance. And yet, they managed to buy houses, raise kids, and retire. Today, we feel poor on 6-figure incomes because we normalize the abnormal. 5 days of work, 2 days of debt shopping, repeat until death. What if you stopped upgrading? Ask yourself, what if I got a raise and did not touch my lifestyle? What if I just kept living like it did before and banked the difference? Boom, now you're buying freedom. Not fancier furniture, not a shinier car, not more bullshit. You're buying your time back. That's how you start shaving your 5-day work down to 4 or 3 or whatever the hell you want your weekend to be. The real life is time versus money. Let me break it down. If you're working 5 days to pay for a life that costs 5 days of work, you're not living. You're just in a well-decorated cage. Living paycheck to paycheck, and you built it with every upgrade, every treat yourself moment, every time you thought, new job, time for a new car. No, new job, time for a better savings, a better, fatter savings account, and maybe one less panic attack per week. You weren't born to work Monday to Friday until your back hurts, your liver's crying, and you're so disconnected from real joy, you think a scented candle counts as self-care. You're meant to live. You're meant to walk outside on a Wednesday afternoon with no guilt. To drink a coffee slowly with friends, not in a travel mug in a traffic while commuting to work, to take a nap while feeling like you committed financial treason. So next time someone tells you the 5-day grind is normal, just remember, it was invented by a guy selling cars. You don't have to play the game. You can change this. Stop upgrading your life and calling it progress. Put that money into savings. You want to hear more on how to put this into savings and how to invest it? Then just fucking hit like and subscribe and these videos will come to you.